Welcome to this tutorial session in which we are going to see how you can visualize your data using the Python. So in Python, I have selected the most important library that you can use to print or view your data using histogram, scatterplot, and the box plot. So I have imported my three library here. The pandas is for loading the data, but these two are the ones which are concerned about the plotting. So I have matplotlib library for plotting and the seaborn. Okay, so I loaded my data and named them as a data frame, and I read the data. My data is Beth data in CSV format, and also I cleaned the data for any missing value to be dropped using this drop NA function, and we have the clean file df1. So let's run this and see what is inside our data frame. Okay, these are our variables in your data frame, and we are going to perform data visualization using the Spider IDE. So to start with, I'm going to perform one data visualization using histogram without setting the graphical interface using the seaborn, and then I will set the graphical interface using seaborn and see the difference between the between plotting the between plotting the data without setting the graphical interface and when you set your graphical interface using this seaborn library. So the previous data we have 500 observation, now it drops to 490 observations. So but it is still pretty good because we have dropped a few and more observation remains, 9 variables present. So let's configure the shape and size of our histogram, that is fig axis equal to plt dot subplots. This is very important, subplots, and we are going to say the figure size, okay, to be 6 by 6. So you set the figure size depending on the requirements of your data analysis or documentation that you will need to perform the data visualization. So we now command the plt to plot the histogram, plt.hist function. And hist function, you will need one variable which you are interested to view using the histogram. So, and this variable basically, it is one of this variable, and I'm going to pick the birth weight, okay, and this is going to be taken from this data frame 1. So I'm going to take the birth weight from data frame 1, which is the weight, okay, and also for better visualization, you need to set the bins. These bins represent the class intervals for grouping your observations. And here we are going to have 15. And you can set any bins that it depends on your decision. Also, you can set the color of the bins or the bars, the blocks, to be any color. Whatever is green, blue, or let's say blue, okay. Then command the plt to display, to show the output, okay. So run and see what will be the output. So we have the plot here, okay. This is the output. So you can see the graph. For me, it's not a pretty good one, so that's why I have this seaborn for setting the style of visualizing this output. So this is basically a histogram. So now let's see what will happen when we use the seaborn to set the graphical interface for visualization of our data. So sns.set, okay, we are going to set the style, okay, the style. I'm going to pick the style to be ticks. The ticks means I don't need the grid backgrounds. Okay, grid background. And if you need the grid background in the graph, then you may replace the ticks by white grid. Okay, you'll see the grid background. After setting the style, then let's set something called palette. Okay, so this palette is concerned about color. The color here is very sharp, so the palette, I'm going to set this to be deep. Okay, and these labels, okay, I'm going to set the font scale. Okay, the font scale to be 1.1. So I'm done. Then let's run and see what is the output. Yeah, this is the output. So now the output is pretty good. You can see these bars. There are the separate lines. Okay, the separate lines are white, and you can see how one one bar started and where it ended. So this is how you can visualize data using histogram, but this missing title, Y label and X label. So let's add those information in this piece of code. So we just use PLT, okay, dot X label, okay. So we assign the X label because these one are just the counts, okay, how many observations in this block observed. Okay, so you can put counts or frequency, it's fine. Okay, and then let's label the y plt dot y label. Okay, plt dot y label, the X label. Okay, these are the X label. The X label is supposed to be this one, sorry. So not count. The X label is, this data is for birth weight, so the X label is the birth weight, B weight. Okay, and the Y label is the count. Okay, now I think we need also the title, plt dot title. Okay, and the title, I'm going to call it histogram. Okay, I'm done. Then let's run it. Yeah, we have new output with the title, Y label and X label. This is how you can perform data visualization using the histogram. And now let's go and see how we can visualize data using the scatter plot. I'm going to copy this. Okay, let's do this one. I'm going to copy this configuration of the output. Okay, this is very important because if you don't do that, the graph, or this new graph will overlap in the previous graphical environment. Okay, so you need to set this graphical environment for every graph or plot that you are going to perform. So we are going to plot the scatter plot, which is plt.scatter. Okay, and inside this scatter plot we are required to import the x and y values, because the scatter plot shows the relationship between x and y, or relationship between two independent variables. So here let's import, or let's see the relationship between the variables, let's say the gestation weeks and the birth weight. So I'm going to put the x to be gestation weeks. That is from data frame 1, I'm going to import the guest weeks, and from data frame 1 again, I'm going to import the birth weight. Okay, so that is how you can perform a scatter plot with an addition of some size of your dots. Let's say 30, and the color, let's say M. Okay, and let's command, or let's tell the PLT, command the PLT to display our output. Okay, so it's enough. Then let's run. Yeah, you can see this is the scatter plot for the birth weight and gestation weeks. This is the X, so these are the gestation weeks, and this is Y, which is the birth weight. So you can add the labels in Y-axis and the X-axis together with the title using the previous commands. Okay, you just use the plt.x label and just put the name or the label of the respective variables. So the last thing which we would like to share how you can visualize your data is the box plot. And the box plot, you just go to plt.boxplot, box plot, and inside this box plot you are required to set one variable of your interest, and I'm going to plot a box plot for the mother's age. So I'm going to take this variable from data frame 1, which is mat age. Okay, and let's command this plt dot show. Okay, now run again. So this is how you can view your data through box plot, and this is the last part which I would like to share with you in data visualization in these three kind of visualization, which is the box plot, scatter plot, and the histogram. Thank you for watching. I hope this video will be helpful for your analysis and the further documentation. And I would like to share this knowledge, and in the next video, part 2 of this data visualization, I'll show you how you can visualize data using the pie chart and the line graph and other kind of visualization techniques. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and click the bell there to be the first one to receive information when we upload our video. Bye.